Hello and welcome back. So far we have been connecting to our MongoDB server and working with MongoDB database with a command line tool like MongoDB shell. Now, instead of using MongoDB shell, which is a command line tool to connect with and work with MongoDB server, in this lecture we are going to install a tool called Compass. Compass is a graphical user interface tool in order to connect to and work with MongoDB server. So MongoDB Compass, it is a powerful graphical user interface tool which is developed by MongoDB, and it helps us interact with the databases in MongoDB server using a visual environment. So it provides a user-friendly way to query, analyze and manage our MongoDB data without needing to use the command line interface. So once we have MongoDB Compass installed on our machine, we can directly work with MongoDB database using a visual tool instead of using a command line tool like Mongo Shell. Now, to install MongoDB Compass, let's go to mongodb.com website. Here, since I want to install MongoDB Compass, which is a tool, I can go to products, and inside this tools section, you will see Compass. Just click on that and it will take you to the download page. Here, I'm going to click on this download now button. And from here, we can scroll down and we can select which version of MongoDB Compass we want to install, for which platform we want to install it, and what package do we want to install. Here, since I'm using Windows 64-bit operating system, for me, the platform is auto-selected and I'm going to install the latest stable version of MongoDB Compass. And here in the drop down for the package, I see only one option, which is exe. So I'm going to install this exe package. So when we install this exe package, we don't need to install MongoDB Compass on our machine. Instead, we can directly run this exe in order to work with MongoDB Compass. So here, let's click on this download button. It will start the download. So here we are downloading an exe file. So let's wait for this download to complete. So the download is about to complete. All right, the download is complete and it has downloaded an exe file. I'm just going to double click on this exe file and it is going to launch MongoDB Compass. So you see, it is launching MongoDB Compass. Here I am going to remove these connections. So these are the previous connections which I had added in order to connect MongoDB Compass to a MongoDB database. But now here I'm going to add a new connection. So I just want to show you how you can connect your MongoDB Compass to a MongoDB server instance. For that, you can click on this add new connection button. Here, for now, I want to connect to the local installation of MongoDB server. So this is the URI in order to connect to the local installation of MongoDB server. Here, for this connection, you can also provide a name. So for example, I can call this as local connection. You can provide any meaningful name here. And then I can expand this advanced connection option. Remember that in the local installation of MongoDB server, we have enabled authentication and authorization. So here, without specifying the user ID and password, if I connect to MongoDB server, I will not be able to perform any action. So what I want is, while connecting to the local installation of MongoDB server, I'm also going to provide the username and password using which I want to connect to MongoDB server. So here, first, let's use the admin user to connect to MongoDB server. And for this user, the password is test1234. And this user we have created against admin database. So here the authentication database should be admin database, right? And now I can just go ahead and I can click on this save and connect button. So it is going to save this connection and it is going to connect us to MongoDB server instance. And there the logged in user will be this admin user. Now if I click on this save and connect button, we are connected to our local installation of MongoDB server, and there we have these databases. So we also have this book my stay database. Now you will notice that if I expand this book my stay database, I do not see any collections here. The reason for that is the admin user which we created in one of the previous lectures. For that admin user, we specified the role as admin for all databases. And for this role, a user can perform actions like creating or deleting databases or creating or deleting new users. But with this role, a user does not have access to read data from a collection or list all the collections in the databases. So those operations cannot be performed by a user who is having the role admin for all databases. And that's why when I'm expanding this database, I do not see the collections which we have inside this book my stay database. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this connection now. So I can disconnect and I can also delete this connection. And I'm going to add a new connection. This time again, I want to connect to the local installation of the MongoDB server. Here, I can provide a name, but it is optional. So I'm not going to provide any name here. But now let's expand this advanced connection options. And again, let's go to authentication. And this time I'm going to log in my DB admin user. So if you remember in the previous lecture, we created this user and this user has DB owner role in book my stay database. And when we have DB owner role, that means that user can perform any read and write operation on the database. He can create new users in the database and he can also perform any admin tasks on the database. So I'm going to log in with this user, and for this user also the password is test1234. And again, this user we had created against admin database. So I'm going to authenticate this user against admin database. Let's go ahead and let's click on this save and connect button. And again, I'm connected to the local installation of MongoDB server, but here I'm only seeing one database, which is book my stay database, because the user which we have logged in here, he is the DB owner for this database, but he will not have access to other databases. So that's why other databases are not listed here. And now if I expand this database, now you will see that we can also see the collections. So I have this hotels collection inside which I have the hotel documents. So I'm able to read the documents from the hotels collection. I have this users collection in which I have the user documents. And if I want to perform any write operation like delete a user document, I can simply go ahead and do that. So you see, this Compass has provided us a user-friendly GUI using which we can perform CRUD operations. So if I want to delete a document, I can simply go ahead and click on the delete button. So for that, whenever you hover over a document, it will show you all these options. If you want to edit a document, you can use this button. Here, if you want to copy the document, you can use this button. If you want to clone the document, you can use this button. And if you want to delete the document, you can use this delete button. When I click on this delete button, it is asking for the confirmation. When I click on this delete, it will delete that document. If I want to edit a document, I can go ahead and I can edit that document. So for example, if I want to change the name of the user to, let's say, Robert1, I can change it like this and just click on the update button and the name has changed. In the same way, if you want to add new documents, you can click on this add data. From here, you can either import a JSON or CSV file with the, let's say, user documents, or you can insert a document by clicking on this insert document button. And here you can add a new document and insert it. But I'm not going to do that. So you see, MongoDB Compass provides a user-friendly graphical user interface to work with MongoDB server, to work with databases in the MongoDB server. And in our coming lectures, instead of using Mongo shell to connect to MongoDB server and work with MongoDB server, I will close this because now we are not going to use Mongo shell in order to connect to MongoDB server and work with a MongoDB database. Instead, we are going to use MongoDB Compass. Now currently we are connected to local installation of the MongoDB server. But in the next lecture, what we are going to do is we are going to create and host a MongoDB database on cloud. And from this Compass application, we are going to connect to that hosted database. Let's see how we can do that in our next lecture. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.